an organizational culture, as an individual, as you grow. I think one of the things was just a pure profit focused atmosphere where that doesn't embrace the humanity side of things. I think just one of the last things I'd love to just gain your insight on is what is the role of really having a clear purpose and clear articulation of how you want to live your life and what you want and don't want and sustaining yourself as an individual, as a leader.
Yeah, it's funny. Like, I think when you think about purpose, it's like such a heavy concept in some respects. I used to think, okay, you could have a purpose at work, you can have a purpose in your life, you can have a purpose in, I don't know, fitness. But I think about purpose needs to be your through line for who you want to be as a person. And everything around it kind of follows that North Star. I've been sitting a lot with that concept because I think about what 20 years from now is my purpose going to still be the same, right? And if it's not, was that really truly the right purpose? Because I think when you have a really good understanding of what your purpose is, it drives you to get through things. So the purpose that I think that I resonate with the most, and I still am etching this out in my mind, navigating it as we go through, is I want to help people realize their full potential. I think about that from my family's perspective. I think about that from anyone that I work with's perspective. I think about that from my perspective too. And I just think about any decision I make, does that fall in that kind of that moral compass of, am I doing something that's going to help get myself better, help get my family better, help get my team better? What I've noticed, getting really clear on that, it helps me understand what's going to fill me up and what's not going to fill me up. And this life is about energy. This is going to help me be drawn to things that are going to give me energy and give me the drive I need to continue to do things on this planet, right? So it's purpose driven work. I don't think is easy to come across, but I think the easiest thing for me is with individuals I connect with, and I'm seeing them do purpose driven work. It makes me want to get more clear about what purpose I want to be driving throughout the rest of my life.
I want to ask a question if for those leaders that might be listening in and others, if they want to get, if they wanted to start moving towards a clear purpose, a healthier life, a more people centered approach to leadership and to move on a path of growth and development, where should they start?
I think the easiest thing is there is a library of respected people in this earth that you could probably identify with, and they all probably have autobiographies. They all probably have books based around them. My best recommendation is to learn from someone else before you can learn to encompass that yourself. So I think for me at the beginning, I read a lot, and like one of the biggest books that I think that helped me to think about less about myself and more about others around me is actually this book called Good to Great by Jim Collins. It's obviously has a more business focus, but the biggest thing I walked away with is that people ahead of you, everything takes care of yourself. And I think they actually have a section around having your company having purpose and it truly driving value. I think something as simple as that was kind of my unlock because I read that book like pretty early in my leadership career. And I think it's something I keep going back to reference. So either pick up an autobiography, pick up some books that are really focused on this. Or, I mean, if there's somebody you admire or respect that around you that you see that's doing it, I mean, yeah, just work with them, connect with them. No matter who it is, people are willing to help along the way. So don't be afraid to reach out to them.
Yeah, and I think that that's really it's timeless. It's a timeless wisdom where I think just continuously consuming those insights from other leaders that you respect and that you resonate with and surrounding yourself by a community of people that can support you and then just applying yourself on an ongoing basis is so key and something that I think we're really going to take away from our chat here today.